So he was the first president of the World Council of Churches. So after we got the National Council of Churches, then the next step was to create the World Council of Churches. And you see in, I believe it was 1982 in Sweden, the World Council of Churches pledged themselves to actively support a one world government and a one world church. And Billy Graham has been very active in the World Council of Churches. Now, when Billy Graham first got started, and he was asked about the World Council of Churches back in the early 50s, he made the comment that he felt like they probably were selecting the Antichrist. But by the late 50s, he was actively participating in it. And in fact, I pulled out some stuff here. I don't know if you'll be able to see it there, but here's Billy Graham in the New Delhi. This is the 1961 World Council of Churches meeting, and that's Billy Graham there at that meeting. And he became the leading advocate around the world for ecumenicalism. He himself is a 33rd degree Freemason, and this is a book, The Clergy and the Craft, written by Reverend Haggard, who's also a Freemason. And in here, in his book on Freemasonry, he quotes Billy Graham, and Billy Graham. And when I read this book, I noticed that everybody in here that he quotes are Freemasons, right? But the Masonic lodges kept Billy Graham's membership secret, although some Freemasons, not knowing who I was, have told me, gloated and bragged that Billy Graham was a Freemason. In fact, I talked with Jim Shaw, who's the highest ranking Freemason to defect from Freemasonry. He is a 33rd degree Freemason, and he left, he gave his life to Christ and left Freemasonry. And I talked with him on a number of occasions. Billy Graham was at his 33rd degree initiation ceremony in Washington, D.C. And although I don't have it here to show to you, but I mean, I can just simply say what it says. The Scottish Rite magazine that I have boxes of Masonic literature and books and magazines, and in one of them it talked about the 33rd degree initiation ceremony and how only 33rd degree Freemasons are allowed to attend. So the fact that Billy Graham was attending his initiation ceremony, his 33rd degree initiation ceremony, shows that Billy Graham himself is a 33rd degree Freemason. And here in this book by this Freemason, they quote Billy Graham. They say, Dr. Billy Graham said, and he's talking about the Order of Demolays, which is the Masonic order for young people. He's saying, there are the young people upon which the hope of America's future rests, and Demolays are part of this group. May God richly bless all Demolays as they continue their good work. So there's Billy Graham bragging or saying that God's work is going to be done by the Order of Demolay, which, is named after Jacques de Molay, who was the head of the Knights Templars, which, Jacques de Molay was killed on Friday the 13th. It was kind of interesting here in Portland. They have the Billy Graham people. This is the Billy Graham Crusade here. You see the Billy Graham Crusade people. They gave out this certificate for women. And when is it redeemed? Friday the 13th. I just thought it was really coincidence that, Jacques de Molay, who was killed on Friday the 13th, and then they give this, the Billy Graham Crusade gives the certificate that can be redeemed that day. Interesting. But anyway, there's three major, there's many more, but three major Christian clergymen come to my mind that are very powerful in America, that are 33rd degree Freemasons. You have Norman Vincent Peale, who was a 33rd degree Freemason. You had Robert Schuller, who was a 33rd degree Freemason, and Billy Graham, who was a 33rd degree Freemason. And all of those men have promoted this ecumenicalism, especially Billy Graham, and he's been very active in the World Council of Churches. Now, if we go back and look, who are the members, who are the leadership of the World Council of Churches, you see people that are diametrically opposed. They're apostates. These are people that are Communist Party members, that are high-ranking Freemasons, socialists, Illuminati members. We're looking at something that's diametrically opposed to Christ, and the convergence needs to include the Catholic Church. So you'll notice that Billy Graham is very what's the word I'm looking for? He's very active with the Catholic Church. He got his honorary doctorate. Here's the Catholic Church bestowing this on him, and and then this is a newspaper article here where the Archbishop endorses Billy Graham, and I know that his crusade doesn't tell the truth, because Billy Graham has been very active in supporting the Catholic Church. Like when he went to Poland and he did his crusade, if you came forward, you were sent to a Catholic church. And another time he went to Poland, he spoke in Catholic churches, and he told them that they were already Christians. He didn't say that they needed Christ or salvation. He was saying, you already have Christ, you're already Christian.